recent study, 300 women were asked, what type of pubes do you prefer on dudes? 64% of the women said a dude must, as in like mandatory, trim his monster man bush. How you're going to trim it, we're going to talk about in a second. All right, 16% of these spicy ass readers were like, yo, we want a dude who's completely bald, clean shaven. And 20% of these crazy country girls were like, yo, we want a dude to be natural, which I thought was a little bit nasty. Today, guys, a good old fashioned Alpha M pube pruning tutorial. I'm going to go over some pro tips to make your man bush look the most aesthetic possible. I'm also going to go over the acceptable styles for dudes to rock. So before we get into the aesthetics and the options in terms of your man bush looking sexy, we got to go over some basics. Yes, every single one of you should be trimming or doing something to your monster man bush, because if not, it's going to get big, it's going to get full, it's going to get bushy, which is going to make your wiener look super tiny. It also is going to trap odor and make you super musky. Your balls must be shaved. Every single dude should shave his balls, because when your balls are fuzzy, it literally looks like a troll doll in a headlock. Gentlemen, balls must be shaved. So should the base of Big Al. You got to make sure that that bad boy is clean and sexy. Use a razor. But this brings me to the next thing. Tip number 3 is you need a grooming tool. Now, in terms of what tool is going to be best suited for your pubes, I have tried all of them, literally all of them. I've tried the fancy little Manscaped, I've tried the Brio, I've tried Norelco. Here's the deal, gentlemen, there's only one tool I would recommend, and that is the Brio Beardscape 2.0, all right? Not only is this amazing for using on that super sexy beard, it is perfect for pube pruning along with the rest of your manscaping needs. And ready? Check it out. Boop, drop it down. Skin safe technology. Anyway, the deal is, guys, if you do not have a Brio, I'm going to link to this down below right now for a limited time. If you go through my special link, you can grab one of these, but you're also going to get something for free. It's a $30 value. It's called the Zero Blade. The Zero Blade is literally next level in terms of closeness, but do not use this on your junk. I'm telling you, you will cut your nuts, all right? The way that you use it, pop off your regular blade, and then simply pop on the Zero Blade, right? And check it out. You literally get like skin bald. So if you're somebody, guys, that doesn't want to shave because you get ingrown hairs or razor burn, this is the perfect option. Now, the other cool thing about the Brio Beardscape, it comes with a ton of badass attachments. The best. There is literally no comparison out there in terms of the best tool on the market for not only your beard, but your body and all your pube pruning needs. Guys, hit the link down below. Do not wait, because like I said, for a limited time, those of you who go through our link are going to get the Zero Blade, a $30 value for free. But you've got to hurry, because I always get emails from you guys that are like, yo, they're out of the Zero Blade.
After they sold out of the Zero Blade, when are they going to get more Zero Blades in?
And I told you to do it now. Don't wait. Gentlemen, do not wait. Hit the link. They're back in stock. This is the best tool on the market, period. The Zero Blade, $30 value for free. Treat your beard, your body, your balls to the best. The best is Brio. The next tip is about aesthetic and blending, all right? Because this is one of the things that guys screw up on, all right? It all boils down to what are you doing with your body hair around your crotch, all right? Because if you're just like covered in hair, your stomach and your legs, and you just trim this all short, it's gonna look weird regardless of the shape that you're actually going with. You've gotta make sure that everything is consistent. And so if you're gonna be going bald up here in your pube region, you also should be going bald on your thighs and possibly your stomach. You wanna make sure that your pubes are matching the rest of the hair around the area. If you're covered with body hair, I'm talking like thick, and then you just like shave down here, it's literally gonna look like you're wearing a crotchless hair bodysuit, which is also not gonna be aesthetic. What I'd recommend is leave a little hair, just take it shorter, which brings me to what I wanna talk about, and that is the proper pubic hair styles that adult men should be rocking. All right, so the first style we're gonna talk about is what I call the Uncle Barry. The Uncle Barry is basically unkempt, unmanscaped, unmanaged. This is unacceptable in terms of a style. Even if you want to rock something a little bit more natural, which is cool, you got to make sure that you take down some of the bulk out of the bush, because if not, it's going to literally get crazy. I've literally seen like pubic hairs like at the urinal at the gym like this long. Those 20% of women that are like, yo, I want a dude who's natural. You don't want him to be totally natural. You just want a natural aesthetic, and a little bit of length is aight. And so if you're somebody that wants a more natural bulky bush, then just grab your Brio, grab your attachment, 18 millimeters, right? And just go over the area. But make sure to also go over the area around the bush, including your upper thigh and stomach region. Which brings me to the second acceptable style, and that is amoeba natural, just a little bit shorter, all right? Once again, it's all about the length. You've got ultimate control, and it's totally pure personal preference, all right? If you want to go 9 millimeters, go 9 millimeters. If you want to go 6, if you want to go 7, it's fine. But the shorter you get, the closer it's going to be, and the bigger your wiener's going to look, which is awesome. The third style I want to talk about is clean-shaven, no hair whatsoever. Now, another caveat to this, if you're somebody that has like a happy trail, you gotta not just have no pubes, because once again, it's gonna look weird. And so what I'd recommend is go with the fourth acceptable option, which is what I call the alpha. It's the style that I rock with, right? I transition the happy trail right down a little bit wider to the base of Big Al, but I make sure that the hair that's down there, kind of like a little like Hitler stash, is trimmed up and short. The reason why I rock this style is basically because I like having a happy trail. I'm pretty much like clean shaven everywhere else except this. I just like to have that hair because chicks dig happy trails, and it's a nice way to finish the look and the look aesthetic. But this brings me to the next style, and that is completely trimmed or bald. Now, the one tip I'd like to give you, if you're somebody that wants to like go no hair, instead of using a razor on your pubic region, what I'd recommend is simply use your Brio all the way up in terms of the micro adjustments, all right? This is going to allow you to have the visual aesthetic of a clean look and a monster like Big Al, but it also is going to prevent you from getting ingrown hairs and razor burn. One of the problems when you actually shave, right, your pubic region is that it rubs, right? It rubs on your jeans, it rubs on your partner when you're getting sexy, but by simply not taking it all the way skin bald and using your Brio, it's a great way to have the same aesthetic, but not have the uncomfortable irritation of shaving. And that's it. That literally, in my opinion, is it in terms of acceptable styles, right? There are other options out there like geometric shapes, like squares and hearts and diamonds and because what are you gonna do with the hair around it? That's the thing. When I started to really boil this down and think about it, it didn't make sense. You've only got 4 options in terms of men's pubic hair trimming. Option number 1 is natural amoeba. For you dudes out there that are like, yo, I got a big beard, I want a big bush, right? Just don't have it be too big. That's cool. Option 1. Option 2, a shorter amoeba, where instead of having actual curls, it's shorter, it's trimmed, it's kind of like facial stubble. That's option 2. Option 3 is the alpha, the landing strip right down to the base of the wiener because you're rocking a happy trail. And the last option is shaved, bald, like a 12-year-old boy. But when you really think about it, there are only 3, right? You got 3 options. You got bald, you got amoeba, right? Natural, whichever way you want to rock it in terms of length, paying attention to the hairs around it so it doesn't look weird and it looks aesthetic, and the alpha, the stripe. Gentlemen, there are only 3 options. Pick one. That's it. And if you want to pick up the best grooming tool, down below is a link. It's also going to give you the $30 Zero Blade for free.